As a man in my early 30s, God, I'm old.
It's been 84 years.
I am, as many men do, experiencing some hair loss. This year, I decided to look into my options, especially after shaving my head and then seeing exactly where my hairline is these days. Shopping for hair loss solutions, however, was an unexpected journey,
I'm going on an adventure!
as I didn't quite expect it to be as complicated as it was. I would go through online advertisements claiming thousands of dollars off of treatments or free quotes on options, and every time I found the process to be overall a big runaround. Here are some of my experiences with hair loss treatment shopping. One of the biggest names in hair loss treatment options is Bosley. I've seen their ads in men's locker rooms, outside fraternal lounges, and at football games. Their ads claim to give you $500 off your procedure and a free consultation, so I figured I'd fill out the waiver to get more information, and I got a call the following day. The woman was very nice and asked for photos of my hairline and my goals. I sent them, and she walked me through the process of what would happen. As it turns out, the $500 off is not on the procedure itself, but to stay in a hotel that you get to stay in the night after the procedure is done, because it is surgery, and you're going to be a little out of it. Yeah, a $500 a night hotel. Sure. Even by LA standards, that's a bit much. But I will give Bosley one thing. The woman was very upfront with me. She noted that they really only have one plan for hair grafting, and it's something that's more extreme than what I probably need. The cost would be about $10,000, and it would make my hair thicker and my hairline more well-rounded, but that's about it. I told her I would think about it, but the price was out of the range of what I would want to pay. To be fair, I was looking for something around the 3 or 4K range, but after discussing this with several options, I don't think anyone does that. Up next, the Barbers Surgeons Guild had an ad for a free consultation, so I filled out their notice of interest form and sent it off. Later that week, I got a series of text messages from one of their sales reps about setting up a consultation. The consultation itself would be $125. When I mentioned that the ad said the consult was free and that I just wanted quotes right now, the person ignored my inquiry and asked if I was in New York or LA. I guess those are the only two places vain enough to look into it. But to be fair, I am here in LA, and I am doing so. When I said again I wasn't paying for a consult and wanted a free quote, she said the lowest option they had was $9,500, and left it at that. We did not speak again. Up next, this one was a bit of an odd duck. I filled out the form to get quotes and was immediately put in contact with a salesperson that day. They called, they texted, they left voicemails. Whenever someone leaves me a voicemail, I always assume it's an emergency because I have a dumb anxiety brain. When I told them what I was looking for, they tried to quick sell me on a $4,000 treatment for the following week because that was the only opening in months and it's such a good deal. Then they started negging me and telling me how my hair was only going to get worse if I don't act now. High-pressure tactics don't work on me, as I spent a good amount of time in the professional world in sales. My first job out of college was a pyramid scheme, but that's for another day. So, when I see sales tactics for bullshit like this, I run. I told them it wasn't for me, and I moved on. Finally, we have this idea is interesting, and I really did start to give it some thought. Basically, they tattoo hair follicles on your head. It makes your hair look thicker, and funnily enough, when I started looking into it as a consumer, I actually started getting bombarded with ads on social media about getting licensed to perform scalp micropigmentation, and the bar for what needs to be done to get licensed was advertised as so low that anyone can make their money back in one procedure. This really rubbed me the wrong way, and I decided this was not for me. I did not pursue it further. It strikes me as odd that all these procedures are so expensive. Like, I get that it's surgery, and it's purely cosmetic in every sense, so you're not going to be able to get any assistance with insurance or anything like that, but with 1/3 of all men experiencing hair loss by the age of 35, if these procedures were not so prohibitively expensive, I think they could not have to use these high-pressure sales techniques, and they'd get more referrals as well. That's assuming that they work for enough men to want to refer them in the first place. This video is sponsored by Keeps. No, not really. Could you imagine? Anyway, thanks for listening to my experience on shopping for hair loss treatments. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment. I always read them. And if you like this and want some more slice of life content, be sure to comment and subscribe for more. I do a lot on this channel, but this was a little different because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about the process for looking into hair loss treatment. And that is a shame, because again, it's 1 out of 3 men, my dudes. There's no shame in it. Also, if Vin Diesel has taught us anything, it's that bald is beautiful, yo.